What if I told you that one SUV can give you space to genuinely seat 7 people, a twin turbo engine, a proper 4x4 with 7 terrain modes and a low range gearbox, a huge panoramic sunroof and a premium cabin, and all this while this looks absolutely gangster. This is the MG Gloster, and the question I asked today, is this SUV worth your time and your money? Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification icon to stay notified. I want to start by talking about the competition. The Toyota Fortuner has so far been the SUV of choice amongst the ladder frame SUVs. But now it's getting a little old and it's a little outdated in terms of features. On the other end of the spectrum is the Mahindra Scorpio N, but that's a lot smaller and also not quite as premium. In between those two sits the MG Gloster. Now this is the biggest of them all and therefore it is the most imposing on the road. Considering this is a family SUV, safety will be on your mind. The Gloster has you covered. Level 1 ADAS, adaptive cruise control that increases and decreases the speed in accordance to the car ahead, lane departure warning and automatic emergency braking. And there are also over 30 standard safety features including 6 airbags, ESP and traction control. The interior is just as impressive. Black and tan leatherette upholstery, soft touch materials everywhere. This kind of reminds me of the Endeavour, which is the only thing which got close to this in terms of premiumness. You also get a dual pane panoramic sunroof, ventilated driver's seat with massage and memory functions, 12.2-inch touchscreen that supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, accompanied by a 12-speaker Infinity sound system. This 8-inch digital cluster gets you all the information that you need, like the TPMS, the range, but there are also physical dials for the old school among us. You get 2 engine choices, a 2-liter turbo diesel that makes 159 bhp and 373 Newton meters, and also a 2-liter twin turbo diesel engine which pushes out 212 bhp and 478 Newton meters, paired with an 8-speed automatic, which is the one we are driving. The Gloster is huge, so the 2 turbos ensure there's plenty of torque all across the rev range, and I like the way it picks up speed and builds momentum.
3, 2, 1.
The engines are amazing, but the ride quality is really impressive too. It rides really well, especially for a ladder frame chassis. It has independent double wishbone suspension at the front, a multi-link setup at the back, and it does a really good job of soaking up the bumps and keeping you nice and isolated inside the cabin. And for a SUV this size, it does corner really quite well. The 255 section tires give it a lot of grip, so cornering is not like a very scary affair. From the outside, this SUV looks massive, 4.9 meters long, 2.95 meter long wheelbase, but from the inside the size just shrinks away. The steering is nice and light, so in the city it's really easy to maneuver, and out here on the highway it is rock solid. You also get 7 drive modes to choose from. There is Auto, Eco, Sport, Snow, Mud, Sand and Rock. The low range transfer case engages in the off-road mode, and the electronically locking differential engages in mud mode, making it incredibly usable off-road. In the city, however, you're better off using Auto or Eco. But now on the highway, you'd like to put it in Sport. The steering weights up nicely, the exhaust note seems to get a little bit louder, and this thing can accelerate from 0 to 100 in 11.2 seconds. It also holds on to gears a little bit longer, so it makes it such a nice driving experience with this massive diesel engine. Now the last thing you'd be wondering about is how such a big SUV can be parked in tight spots. MG has given the Gloster a 360-degree camera, which makes it easy to park despite its size. A large SUV like this is also about being chauffeur driven, and from back here it feels like I've been upgraded to business class. The seats, these captain chairs, are nice and comfortable, and there is plenty of legroom and headroom. And when you need to use the third row to ferry your kids or even some friends, you have so much room back here, much more than you would have in a Toyota Fortuner or a Mahindra Scorpio N. And even after all that, you get this massive boot, 343 liters with all rows up and 1350 liters with the third row folded. The Gloster is a hugely impressive SUV. I'm surprised you don't see as many of them on the road because it has a lot going for it. First of all, it is massive. It has excellent road presence, and that is something people really look for in this segment. Then there's the engine. It is smooth, it is refined, and it has so much grunt. Then there's the interior. It is so spacious, it's luxurious, and it is packed with features. The Gloster starts at 38.79 lakhs, and at the moment MG is offering benefits of up to 6.5 lakhs, making it excellent value for money. If you're in the market for a full-size SUV that's at home, on the highway and off the beaten path, then the Gloster just might be the one for you.